I get a lot of work-related emails, right? I got a lot of emails from people who are like, hey, Baumi, do this for us. Hey, Baumi, you should go here. Hey, Baumi, give us your money. And I'm like, okay, first of all, no. Secondly, no. But sometimes I get an email that's just a little bit odd, you know, and that intrigues me. If somebody sends me an email that's just like, hey, would you like to come hang out in Berlin on this street corner and sing Sesame Street songs with us? Then I'm going to read this email and carefully consider it until I say no. Because this is so odd that it's kind of interesting to me.
We're going to Cologne into a theater play, which is kind of just as weird as you may think it is. What's going to happen, from what I understand, is we're going to play Dota in a theater, on an actual stage. Now you may ask, why? I have no idea.
I of course had to go. I mean, there wasn't really any question about it. And so we did. Now we're kind of using a new recording setup today. This right here. This little thing right here. Just kind of trying that out.
Is it your double chin?
Yes, my double chin. We're using my double chin to record things today. And by that I mean this thing right here. Because we are... I keep getting distracted. Yes, recording with the double chin. We're using a lapel mic because the camera we have is a nice video quality but terrible audio quality. So you gotta give us a little bit to test this shit out and make it work properly. By the way, since this is like story time, right? This is like a YouTube category. I didn't even know this existed until recently, right? But apparently story time YouTubers are a thing. Shit, man. Like, isn't the whole point that you just like make crazy shit up that didn't happen and over-exaggerate everything? Let's fucking go. So we get to Cologne and there is literally a waterfall of rain coming down.
We shall build one giant umbrella to cover the entirety of Cologne and protect us from rain equally.
Yeah, that actually sounds like a great idea considering that this is what the weather is like today.
Umbrella communism is the one true form of government.
And we go into the room where this entire thing is going to happen. And it's just like a bunch of chairs, and there's like 60 chairs or something like that, and then there's like a little stage. And you can see this is usually used for theater performances, but instead of having something valuable like a theater performance, we are now going to play Dota. Which, yes, that sounds as weird to me as it does to you right now. Even after having gone there and come back, I'm still not entirely sure what just happened. In terms of staying there, we weren't given a hotel room or anything like that. Instead, we were given an apartment in the art building, which was another thing that was kind of appealing to me. You know, it's just like, what does an apartment in an art building look like?
Hey MTV, welcome to my crib. I feel like they're gonna kick us out. I feel like I've made a mistake already. Yes, welcome to our incredible apartment here in this beautiful art building. On this side, you can see my 10 billion inch flat screen TV.
It's so
see
realistic.
Right there, it's so realistic. It is like the best picture quality you will ever see in your life. This is where I keep all of my trophies, all of my art trophies that I got for winning art competitions. As you can see, the entire wall is filled with them. You can barely see the wall anymore. So many trophies, they're all in white. They're all in white, by the way. And over here, my kitchen, of course, seeing as I'm a big successful artist, I have so much food. So much food, stacked to the top. Stacked to the top. I mean, this like, I'm drowning in food. And recognition, and money, and furniture. So,
That's a lot of furniture.
Welcome to my crib. Can't do it.
We just tried watching.
This is a nice apartment actually. It's just empty because nobody lives here.
Yeah, we just tried watching like an episode of what was it? My Teen Crib, and it was
some
the worst
MTV
thing.
Crib thing. Who cares?
It's the worst thing ever.
It's shit. We were trying so hard to watch it, couldn't do it. But this here is the beautiful Echo room, as I like to describe it, because Echo.
Can you not? We haven't. This is an
But
art.
it's very nice. And then in here, this is the bedroom where
Here's a
you
bed.
can sleep on a tiny bed with a tiny blanket and one pillow.
For two of us.
Yes, which is of course great. And then you can look out into the garden and have the neighbors stare at you, and that's kind of it.
Hello, neighbors.
So we check out our apartment and such, and we go out to have something to eat, and then we go to the performance. And that was really weird to me, honestly. That was a little bit odd, because I go in there and I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I just didn't know, right? I was told what his plan was, as in he's gonna first have a little presentation and talk about the game, and then we'll play a match. But I was never really told what my role was, what I was supposed to do. And so I was a little bit clueless. But you know what? I thought I can handle this. I'll just freestyle this shit. Can't be that difficult. And the performance starts. Now, this is actually a thing that really surprised me. The room was full. We had 60 seats or something like that, and it was fully filled up. Everybody was there, and it wasn't a free performance either. You had to pay to get in. And yeah, you had to pay to get in.
How much?
It was you definitely had to pay to get in. I think it was like $5 or something like that. It wasn't very expensive, but you still had to pay to get in, and people paid to see this, which is kind of interesting if you think about it, right? But
I do art?
I'm sure you can do art. I mean,
Do art.
I'm not sure if people will come to see your art, but I suppose.
I would come to see my art.
But people had to pay to get in. And the room was filled up. There were people even sitting on like the wall, right? They didn't even have chairs anymore because we ran out of chairs because it was so full. And so he does his little presentation and talks about Dota. And then we load into the game and we start playing a regular round of Dota. And at this point, he goes quiet. And in my head, I'm like, is he going to talk again? Is he going to talk again? Is this where I come in? I don't know. I'm completely confused, right? I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. So I decide to just open up my mouth and just let it free. Just let it spill out. And so I just start talking about Dota. I talk about, well, this is the drafting stage. 50% of the game is decided here. And I talk about, hey, I'm playing Slough here. I'm going into the mid lane. I shouldn't really do that. Oh, by the way, this is what a mid lane is. These are creeps. I gotta last hit these. I gotta get good. I gotta get powerful. I gotta go towards the late game. And I just keep talking and I keep talking. And I just completely lose track of what is actually going on, right? I completely lose track of I am in a theater in front of like a live audience of people that have never played Dota in their life, and they don't even know what the fuck is going on either. I just start doing a commentary, right? I'm just sitting there recording a Balmy plays, but for a bunch of scrubs. So I did explain the game, but I'm still just like, well, I guess, let's go ahead and go in and let's take those and let's try and beat Timo in the middle. Oh, by the way, we played against Timo, Train, Frey. Who else was it? Melon and Matt. So we played against a group of our people that I know. And I gave them instructions to not be too harsh on us. That's why we were playing against them in the first place, because I knew that my party was gonna be complete garbage. So we needed to somehow make sure that the game that we play at this performance isn't just a 15-minute stomp, right? Now this is... Man, I felt really bad for the guy. This is just... Oh man, I feel really bad for him. Because the guy that was hosting the performance, right, this was his art piece. He went 0 and 14 on his Ancient Apparition.
He was random.
0 and 14. He was visibly upset by this. He didn't even want to play the game anymore. And in the meantime, right, I am in Discord writing to Timo and all of those people, can you stop killing him? And they just keep going. They have no mercy. They just keep slaughtering the poor Ancient Apparition. And I felt so bad. Because he was trying to talk about the game too. But it just wasn't working. it just wasn't working. Because every time he's like, okay, so here is a stack in the jungle. This is what you can do here. You know, there's a strategy involving these... Oh, I'm dead. Again. And it just keeps happening to him. Every single time he tries to explain anything, he just died. After a little while, he gave up and had his camera on me as I was running around with my Slaug trying to like somehow carry the game, but that wasn't working at all. And so we lost badly. It was still kind of fun. It was really weird to me. Because I was just sitting in a theater room full of people that had no idea what Dota is. I just did a commentary for them, and I felt like, I don't know if that was interesting to you guys, but I hope it was. Afterwards, I had a bunch of people tell me that it was alright, but I don't really know.
And then we went to dinner.
I ordered a pizza. I have made a horrible mistake. I didn't know it was this much pizza. I expected it to be significantly less pizza.
So this is my panna cotta that I got because I just want a dessert. And this is his whole pizza.
I don't even know how to eat this much pizza. Like, how do I approach this pizza?
Well, try smiling first. Maybe it'll be friendlier.
I don't think so.
So I did this for free. I mostly just did it because I wanted to, because it was something that was like, oh, this is a little funny. But I did get something in return, and that is this. This, ladies and gentlemen, is art. Now we're gonna go ahead and open up this art and see what it's like. Because the guy that invited me, he had already made a gallery regarding Dota. And one of his art pieces was called Baumi. And this is that art piece. So I got a knife right here. Let's go ahead and see what this thing is like. I really hope I don't break it. That would be a little bit awkward. Yes. Go ahead and just open this up.
You can tell that it's art because it says art on the tape.
Yes, it does have art on the tape, quite frequently. Art. Okay. I'm a little unsure how to open this though. Okay. That's the first layer gone. We also need this, I think. This is... Oh, shit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my art. This is me in art form. It's a leather t-shirt with Dota printed on it. And it looks a little funny, I guess. Can you see it? It smells quite strongly.
Oh yeah, I can smell that from here.
Yeah, it smells really strongly. Ooh. Okay. So this is now supposed to be... Shit. Put like so. Art, ladies and gentlemen. It looks kind of neat.
How he made it.
I don't know. He's an artist. I mean, he sure has his ways. Don't you have your leather t-shirt printer?
Me?
No, I do have that though.
Oh, I don't have one.
That's how I make my leather t-shirts with Dota prints on it. I mean, how do you make yours?
Well, I had a leather printer, but
All right.
he was an asshole. So.
That is interesting. Gotta put that somewhere in my room after I got rid of the smell. But, yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. a little bit of something else. Still experimenting with new stuff. You know, I kind of thought this might be something that might be interesting to do. If you did enjoy it, then let me know by like leaving a rating or a comment or whatever. Just let me know, right? So I can keep making this shit. Now I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.